What's up, everybody? Monty back for another episode of Train Fever. Don't worry, Planet Coaster didn't completely distract me, only about 75% of the way, and some other cool games on the way, but we're still here at Train Fever, and boy, have I realized, if I just go to the menu, no matter what, with my good computer, when I go to low geometry, look at the high geometry. You'll see the cities in the distance, which, okay, I've been recording for you guys, and right now I'm okay, 30 frames per second. But when I go, say, into Plano, where we have all those lines and all those trains and everything, I have to do low geometry. Plus, this kind of looks like I don't know, maybe Mad Max or something. We've got a sandstorm on the way. But more importantly, this episode, we're going to be talking about some basics. Yes, this is still the Grand Canyon. This is just another episode. But I've had some requests, and I've been wanting to do a video where I do a tutorial of the game. But it's basically, we'll call this the Grand Canyon test track. So we're going to go very basic. We're going to buy a train. We'll go with the Alco PA because it's 1950. Oh my goodness. I have so much to show you guys, don't you worry. I'll kind of backtrack a little bit. But I really wanted to show this off. And I'll kind of hint at some of the cool little bridges and crazy things I've been doing. But we've got to add some more. Let's add we should add the New Mexico, because this will be a nice little New Mexico train here. And we're going to set a line. That's what we're going to do. We're going to set this line, and we're going to set it good. We're going to make a new one. And we're going to call this, we'll just call it, I don't know, Block A. For now, we'll start with that, and we'll make it a yellow line because yellow stands out. And we're going to add a station. We're just going to do Murrieta, and we're going to hop on over here to, what is this? Palm Bay. Now Palm Bay, and then we're going to hit play, and we have ignition. Honk, honk. Now, I hope you guys have been liking some of the other episodes that we've been playing, some of the time-lapse, Grand Canyon builds, stuff like that. I've got some more builds on the way. I figured I would show you just a quick update. I've got some electric lines. I've got some other goody goods on the way. But basically, this is, as you know, we're going to go medium speed, a straight-up line. And what we're calling Block A is a station to a station. Now, signals. You got signals and you got waypoints. When the game first came out, you only had signals. You didn't even have waypoints. So, yeah, also, just so you know, you can use a signal as a waypoint in a way, which you'll see here in our Block A. So right now, a station is treated like a signal. So a train's going to go from point A, station or signal, to point B, station or signal, because that's what we've set up here. Here's where things get messy. Let's say we want to make it even faster. We want to add another train. And we'll add a different kind of train just for fun's sake. We'll add a big boy. Buy one of these, and we'll add the All-American Golden Sand. We'll add 3 of these. Set line. We're going to go to Block A. Now we're going to start running into trouble. And that trouble's going to be that trains are going to start getting stuck. And bad things are going to happen. Because we only got one track. And we ain't got no signals. So what we want to do now is, instead of double tracking the whole thing, we're just going to add a little track in the middle. You like that? Little track in the middle. And one thing you want to make sure is, if when you do these little split outs, see the speed, just make sure we go 75. So like I said, I know you guys, some of you know the basics, but sometimes we gotta step back. And I'll link this in one of my early tutorials and early videos as well, so it's all good. So now we want to add a signal. Now I'm going to add a signal over here, and you might be going, hey, I added a signal, what's going on? Everyone's still broken. Now, that's because the lines are always going to take the shortest path possible. Now, one thing we can do is set this one signal as a waypoint. This is possible. Let's try it. This isn't the end. This isn't what I would say to do in the end. I'm going to say add 2 signals. But for now, just so you know, you can add this signal as a station on your line. So that's kind of nice. Now the problem is the trains are already kind of just, they're definitely stuck. You can stop go each one to kind of reset them, which is going to actually free them up. Now, with this one signal, what you can see now is train 16, let me zoom out like this, train 16 over here, he's stuck. Because train 40 over here, he's slowly moving across this way. See, he's moving. And then this is block A, and then this is the signal right here. He's moving towards the signal. Bwam. Now the problem is this train can't move because he's in the way. Because this is the next signal, next block from this train is actually this station over here. So he's stuck. It's kind of confusing. So we're just going to call this the test line, right? Because this is just the line that it's on, okay? So the blocks are just the little section in between the signals and stations. Right. So you're getting it. So now we're moving along. This train, he's going to get here. And now, train 40, who we shall now call test train B, and train 16 will be test train A. And yes, some of you are going, Monty, come on now. You should have had all this pre-planned out. See, but look at this. I'm still driving the trains. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Right. If I really wanted to get complicated here, I should have the stations, like have the station over here and have this station over here on my screen. Look at that. Now this train's going to show up over here, and I'm going to show you why 2 signals is better. Oh, you can probably already tell it's all about efficiency, and these trains spend way too much time waiting on each other. So if I put another signal right on the other part of this little loop here, bypass, whatever you want to call it, different regions and what have you, and nomenclature, gnomes and little train gnomes. So alright, train A is now heading out, and his block is clear. Right, we're going to zoom out a little bit to look at this. Here he is. This block from the station to the signal's clear. And the block for train B, who just got to the station, he's clear. But when he turns around, he's going to be clear all the way from there back to the signal. Right? Because that area is clear. So who's going to have to wait? You tell me. Train B coming this way, or train A coming this way. Who's going to have to wait? You're going to have to tell me. Well, we're going to find out really quick, because train B is already heading out. Train B, or train A, as you can see, is already saying waiting for a free path. Before he's even there, he was giving away the answer to my question. But what this is going to do is create a nice balance, because this was now off, basically because I didn't have this signal placed ahead of time. Now the signal is placed, this train's going to wait, and when they pass each other, boom, we don't need a signal there anymore because we have 2 of them. He's going to get moving. So now let's go ultra speed. Watch these 2 trains, because that's the test line. Here's train B. Here's train A. They get to their stations. Train A is now getting to his station. Took him a little bit longer because train B got just a nice straight run, where train A had a dead stop. So it might take him a little while to balance, but that's the next thing I want to talk about with signals. See, I'm taking everything a little bit slower this episode because there's a lot of little fine points to signals. Is Well, trains don't balance out kind of like cars and trams do. You have to balance their timing, and one way to balance their timing is through the use of signals. So the next thing you would want to do is say, hey, I don't want any train to stop. So to do that, we want to double track. Now, you can tell with just these two trains, we don't actually need to double track the whole way. We could just double track a little bit. So let's throw a pause down while we build. We're going to remove all the signals and just build out the track just a little bit. Just a little bit. And what you want to do is still try to keep it balanced in the middle of the two stops that you're wanting to have in this connection. And you can see how this gets a lot more fun and a lot more complicated once you start adding more than just the two stations. And that's going to be the surprise. I'm going to show you all the craziness I have going in Plano. Plano is, well, it's wild times in Plano. And it doesn't have two stations anymore. And, well, it doesn't have three stations anymore either. So we'll start with that. Let's keep my 75s here. There's a vehicle in the way. Oh, no. Maybe once he's into the station, that'll clear out. We shall see. Nope. Nope. There it is. Alright, so we got that built. We're going to add a signal, kind of like it was before. Okie dokie. And the reason why you might not want to do like a double track straight to the beginning is just to save some money.
Oh, yeah.
And the maintenance over time on the railroad and the tracks. Minimal tracks are nice. And ooh, we're going to get the GM Fishbowl. It's a fun little bus. So let's throw down another signal going the other way. And the nice thing you'll notice is on my test line, right, where is it? Test line, overview. I got rid of that station. You don't have to set these signals as a waypoint when you do the two signals like you should. So that's why I just say don't even ever do just like a one signal line. There's really no point. That was more just as a test so we could all see how it works. But of course, you would just do a pass and you'd put a signal at both ends of this and it evens it out. So these trains are going to be really nice, and with that double track right there, these stations here, these two trains should never have to stop. Now, let's throw into the mix a third train. That's the next thing of why signals get even more important. So let's buy a third train who's going to be just a crazy child with a mixture of cars in the back. Test train C. A, B, C. Monty knows his alphabet. Alright. Here we go. We're going to do this, and we're going to do it right. We've got, oh no, I've got three trains to deal with, so now we're just going to put these in order. A, B, and C. I know orders too. Orders and numbers and colors and everything. And we got our stations, and we got our test line. Now things are going to get hairy, and let's see if trains get confused, and they shouldn't. So what you should have is trains waiting for free paths, because the signals are all clear. What's just going to happen is blocks are going to be blocked by a train. So now we've got train C blocking train A. But this track right now is very safe from any trains accidentally blocking each other and killing the line. Now, is it possible to kill a line? Yes. Yes, 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 and Monty will show you how. And can you kill a line with a signal? Yes. Yes, yes. You knew that's where I was going. So, the Murrieta Annex right here. Bam. Let's say we go, oh man, I want these trains to go faster. I want to put a signal right here. Wham. Well, that's cool. See that green light? That's going to let trains know that, hey, this block to this block is clear as soon as that train passes. Now, eventually bad things are going to happen. here's what's going to happen eventually. One of these trains is going to be heading up this way, catching up like it is now, and it's going to get to this block, and it's going to go, hey, is there a train between here and here? And it's going to go, no, like it is now. And it's going to move on up. I'm moving on up because my block is clear. However, this train accidentally went, hey, my block is clear from here to here, but is my block clear here from here? And yes, Monty is a blockhead and has set a lot of blocks, but this kind of madness happens and everything is broken, so you got to be careful with your signals, because signals, just like a station, create what? Create a block. Alright, so now what you can do is click on this train, maybe, maybe, and return him and go delete that signal, and yes. However, with 3 trains, here's something else we could do, and that is safe. Is trains going in the same direction, you don't have to worry about that. So since this line is just going right, this line is just going left, how about we add a line here, or a light and a signal here and here. So that does help. That gives trains a little bit more movement, right? A little bit more movement, adds a few more blocks, because we can't get enough of them. Take a shot every time it says block, 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 block. Alright, no, don't, because that would be a lot of water. You don't ever want to drink that many shots of water, or whatever you drink. You know. Ha, 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 ha. You know what we should do? Add a bunch of trees while we wait for the experiment to happen. But I think everything's going pretty well. I love this. You can just left click and drag around. Finally, that's cool stuff. That's cool stuff. And yeah, make it pretty. Make it all pretty. So, you get the idea. You know how signals work. That's all I'm going to talk about this episode for signals. But as you can tell, what you'd really want to do here is add out the line even further. Completely double track it. Just double track this. And space out the signals, but never, never, never put a signal when there's multiple trains on a single part of the track. Between the double track and a station, or they will get stuck. That's what we learned. That's the rule of thumb. Let's go check out the cool new stuff. I've built so many new stations, you don't even know. This is Sunnyvale. This is where we hit that line of over to Plano, the Grand Canyon line. Well, let's just say I expanded it. I have the line from Sunnyvale actually now heads up. Heads up or no? Heads south. I don't remember. But that also hits up Palm Bay. So now Palm Bay is, didn't even realize this, Palm Bay has 3 stations. So that's pretty cool. And eventually I'll talk more about grouping. I mean, I know how to group. Like, these are all grouped. You can click on this, and I grouped it with like that. And everything's all grouped and happy. And it kind of creates it as one station. If it really saves on time and stuff like that, we'll put it to the test. Just like we did signals to the test. But here's the cool thing. It might lag a little bit. Let me slow it down while I zoom in. Let me see, what other kind of cool lines do I have? I'll bring you in on one of the new... Now this guy right here, for some reason, is waiting for a free path. No. The 442 Hiawatha. So these high-speed, streamlined, Atlantic-type locomotives were built by Alco to haul the Milwaukee roads. Hiawatha Express passenger trains. Well, that's not what we have attached. What we have attached are the streamlined coached New Mexico cars. And this guy, well, he goes into Plano, and he goes into Plano pretty dang fast. Does he make money? No. He loses me a lot of money. This is probably my worst line. So I like to show off what fails really, really bad. But we have 622 million in the bank. And we're flying full speed. And with that low geometry, we're still hitting almost 30 frames per second. But we're going to slow it down, and once we get up here into Dali, I believe. Oh no, this is just a nice little overpass here. I did build another nice new line down south. That looks really nice. Now, waiting for free path. I'm trying to think we do have the line 16. So there is another train on this line, because this one is Knoxville to Plano. What I do believe I have is a Knoxville to Daly City. Because this... Ooh, this does look nice. We'll see it. This is a nice city to build up into, and I've got some terrain to clean up as well. We'll get that cleaned up pretty soon as well. As well. Block. Block, block. And there's so many new lines. I know, I'm skipping ahead. But like I said, this is the 1950s is a good time to come back in. And over the next few episodes, we'll get to update and see some of the lost lines, we'll call them. Some of the lines you didn't quite see before. And this will slow down as we go through here. And you'll see I built some bridges, because, you know, Monty loves his bridge building. And Daly City's doing pretty good. This is just a bypass track. I did lose some speed, just basically because there was that green line, which you can see split off there. So now we are on a line of our own. And boy, do we got some lineage. I've double tracked a bunch, not just from this side, but from probably 3 new directions. I built a brand new tunnel. There's so much going on in Daly City, and in Plano. You are going to be amazed. This is an amazing update. This is amazing because also you can see we have a high-speed track. One of the first. This is the Grand Canyon line connecting in here, which has 2 lines as well. I like kind of showing off the colors. The Monty Rainbow Bridge. This bridge is epic, and it's epic with the colors. But let's get a pause here and take it in. Here, pause, delete key. No train noises, nothing. Just ha ha ha. This is it. This is the Plano Bridge of epicness, of epic proportions. All right, now let's keep heading on, and you'll see that that's the Grand Canyon Pass. I love how the electric high-speed line is the only single line on here, and you'll see him coming up. It is actually running an electric train at the moment, and it just burns everyone around. It's really nice. And this, I'm going to actually break away and show you the brand new tunnel I just built, which isn't complete, but I have some split offs, and it's actually running more lines than I thought. It's actually doing pretty well already. A lot of these are the little single train cars, which I can't even buy anymore. And it actually runs to Plano's industrial area, so this is definitely another tour. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on, and then just for fun, to finish it off, brand new expansions, because Plano needed it. Here it is, Train 39 on the all-original Line 33, which I will show you, is a big old bridge, big old tunnel, and another really big tunnel all the way over here to Lowell. So, that's right. Lots of stuff's going on, but a lot more to happen. So, stay tuned. More Train Fever on the way. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know what you guys want to see more of. More building, more tunnel building. We've got cars to upgrade. Let's upgrade one more thing before you guys go. Quickly, let's get some GM fish bowls. 25%. Yes, please. Let's get an upgrade. Can I get a bus, please? Come on, bus. And, yeah. Make sure you share. Show some love. Look at the little Mercedes right here. And, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Planet Coaster videos, I know those have been bombarding you lately, but got the early bird. Really wanted to help support those guys. They're really putting in some good effort on a good coaster game. So we shall see. But But this is our first little tour of downtown Plano. I like it. We got some nice new construction building up. We wanted to watch an upgrade, and we are on the last one to actually be upgraded on the line. So long, my friend, my omnibus friend. That's right. December 9th, 1953. We have buses. We got some. All right. Peace on out. See you guys next episode. Thanks for watching. Off-road busing.